Greetings, folks. Once again, it's November the 28th, 2010. It's a Wednesday. My name is Tom Lineweaver, and this is my second commentary for today. I'm getting pretty regular at this. You know, folks, what I really need is my own radio show. I need to have 3 hours to discuss things that are happening in the news. I'd like to have some radio station give me a job somewhere, maybe Pittsburgh. I'd love to live in Pittsburgh. Beautiful city. People are friendly. Anyway, but give me a job from 12 to 3. Now, why would that be good for you? Because if somebody's listening to me in Pittsburgh, they're not listening to Rush Limbaugh. Think about it, okay? If you're tired of Rush Limbaugh sucking the ratings out of your station because there's nobody else doing anything, well, here's your chance, Pittsburgh. Okay, listen, I've got to do this. According to this post on Facebook, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez said this: people are going to die if we don't start addressing climate change. Duh. You know, people are going to die anyway. Oh, and then she says ASAP. It's not enough to think it's important. We must make it urgent. That's why we need a select committee on a Green New Deal. Why fossil fuel funded officials shouldn't be writing climate change policies. You know, folks, this is the most stupid thing I have ever seen. I kid you not. There is no such thing as climate change. The whole thing about climate change is all political. There is no such thing as climate change. Climate is determined through a very long stretch of time. Now, I'm 62 years old. I lived in Pennsylvania all my life, and I have never seen the climate change. There are several climatological zones. See, sometimes my mouth goes faster than my brain. There are several climatological zones on the Earth. The poles have a cold climate. The equatorial zones have a hot climate. The mid-Atlantic is part of the temperate zone. For example, let me share this. Throughout the state of Pennsylvania, temperatures generally remain between 0 and 100 degrees and average from 47 degrees annually in the north central mountains to 57 degrees annually in the extreme southeast. The highest temperature of record in Pennsylvania was 111, was observed in Phoenixville on July 9th and 10th in 1936, while the record low of minus 42 occurred at Smethport, January 5th, 1904. Now, you can go back as far as you want, and you will find that climatological averages have not changed a whole lot for as long back as we can go. To change the climate, the rays of the sun have to be redirected for a lengthy period of time, and the only way for that to happen is Earth's axis or tilt would have to change. And there are those who believe that happens every 40,000 years. But how can they know that? Man hasn't been on Earth for even half that time. So there is no way to prove that. Therefore, climate change is only political. It's all about government control because of climate change, they claim they have to pass laws to deal with it. Baloney. It's just another way for government to steal our freedom. Politics, pure and simple. Now, I'm sorry, folks. Now, is it possible for there to be global warming? Yes, But that's different than climate change. Now, the reason there could be global warming is because of the temperature at Earth's core. You see, the Earth has a magnetic field that's protecting it from the harmful rays of the sun. But and it's generated by the Earth's core. And if the temperature goes down at the Earth's core, then the magnetic field fluctuates. So, when the magnetic field is weaker, the harmful rays of the sun get in more to the surface of the Earth, and therefore you have warming. But when the Earth's core heats up, the magnetic field is reinforced, and that keeps the harmful rays of the sun away from the Earth, and that would actually cause cooling. All right? Now, this can happen in pockets. You could have a pocket here that's warmer than normal, and you have a pocket over here that's colder than normal. And we see that all the time. You know, Russia, not so long ago, had one of their coldest and snowiest winters ever. That's because the magnetic field in that area of the world was stronger than in other places. And at the same time, the United States had a warmer winter than normal at the same time. So it depends on the strength of the magnetic fields and these bubbles in the magnetic field that make it warmer or colder. So that's what's going on, folks. There is no such thing as climate change. It hasn't changed. I'm 62 years old. It hasn't changed in 62 years. And I'm sure Donald Trump, who's 70, 71, I'm sure he can say that it hasn't changed in all that time. And my father would be, he'd be 105 now, I guess. And I'm sure he could probably say the same thing, that in his lifetime, climate has never changed. And my grandfather could say the same thing. And you could go back as far as you want to, and you will not find climate change. Okay? It's just, the whole thing is stupid, and it's political, and, why don't we just get rid of this whole idea of climate change? Now, is there global warming? Not because of man, but probably because the Earth's core fluctuates in temperature. Okay, now, why don't you go look that up? Go look up the effect of the Earth's core on the magnetic field. Look it up. If you don't believe me, look it up. I want to thank you for your time. I just had to do another commentary this afternoon because of what I saw. It is the most stupid thing I have ever seen a politician do. Okay. You folks have a good day, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Bye.